So this week we have flown out to Hong Kong for the grand opening of our new sourcing office here in Hong Kong, GSHK. Myself and James are here, Robin's here, my parents have flown out to this because this is a huge occasion. It's our first international office. We've got Steve Hewitt, the CEO, on his way, Ash from Creative, Renee here and Zach is here as well from the product team, and we've got Steph and Lamia from PR who are helping to set up the event. It's going to be an amazing week. At the moment the office is completely stripped bare, and then tomorrow they're going to be putting all the dressings for the event. So what are we having here? Before we go into the Hong Kong footage, I wanted to talk a little bit more about where we've come from a product-supplier relationship point of view, how our product's grown, where we are now, why the Hong Kong office exists and why we went on the trip in the first place, and where we want to get to in the future. So the main thing we want to achieve when you break it down, the reason for the Hong Kong office, all the investment in places like this headquarters and all the people that are here, is because we want to create the best conditioning and fitness wear in the world. So right back to the start, when the company was first started, we obviously was hand-making product, and we managed to get to a point where we were selling enough product to warrant getting other people to make it and manufacturers. We spent a lot of time getting that stuff made in the UK. That was really good until we continued to grow super fast, and those individuals couldn't essentially deal with how quickly we were growing, the quantities that we needed, the turnaround that we needed, and most importantly actually, the quality wasn't there. So at that point we decided to start to get things produced internationally. Now at that point we were investing really heavily into the team here. All of a sudden it went from just being a small handful of us with no one really being dedicated to product. We had specific people coming in to work in the product team, and at that point we could get better suppliers, more international suppliers, and we were actually making CADs and designs, and we were actually measuring things out properly. Whereas back at the beginning it was literally a case of drawing the product that we wanted and just trying to really manually get our message across to the suppliers. At this point we were using Illustrator for the designs, we were creating tech packs and things like that. So by doing these things and creating tech packs, it allowed us to communicate and work with a higher quality of supplier. And those suppliers were in the UK, in Europe, and then around the world as well. Now even then, with all those things in place, a lot of those suppliers did struggle with the volumes that we were ordering, and we were growing so fast. Like even in percentage terms, it's faster than we were today. And then because we were selling out so fast, we were constantly battling with those guys saying we need more product, we need it quickly, because we were rushing things through. Again, quality wasn't there. It was definitely improving from where it was previously, but it definitely wasn't. It was improving, but it definitely wasn't exactly where we wanted it to be. So where we are in this part of Gymshark history today is the product team is incredible compared to where it was. There's 30 or 40 people in the team. We know about the product coming from source. We know every material that we're using. We're selecting it. We're developing our own materials. We're currently designing products 12 to 18 months in advance. So today we're working on the stuff that's going to be coming out end of 2020. And that's great for us in terms of getting better quality suppliers, people that are producing for some incredible companies around the world. Now, working with those suppliers, we need all the infrastructure that we've got here. We need the people. We need to be creating really detailed tech packs and designs and things like that, but equally the relationships need to be absolutely perfect, and we need to be talking to them regularly face to face. Not only that, but we need to really understand where they want to go as a business, which is why this Hong Kong trip was really important. So we really need those guys to understand where we've come from, where we're at now, where we're going, our aspirations for the future, and they need to come on this journey with us. We need to know what they want and where they want to go, and for me it's really important that I get to spend time with them. We've come a long way from where we started, and we've got a long way to go. Our product quality isn't quite there yet, and a lot of the changes that we're putting into effect now won't actually be seen on the front end in the product for at least 12-18 months because of how far in advance we're designing the product. But Hong Kong was an amazing trip because it gave us the opportunity to really strengthen our relationships with the suppliers. It allowed them to talk through the structure that we've got here and the way that we're working here at Gymshark. And more importantly than that, it gave us an opportunity to plan for the future and make sure that they understand just how much we'll need and what we want, what our aspirations are, not only from a quantity perspective, but in terms of the quality of our product. So they're now well aware that anything less than the best is not good enough for us. We're not going to be pushing people on price because we know we want to make the best fitness wear in the world. So we're going to split the office into 4 different sections. This area where I'm stood will be the more lifestyle part of our product. Over here we're going to have the presentation area, and then behind we're going to have 2 more sections which is based more on the perform side of our product. So again, more the stuff that you're going to sweat in, the more bodybuilding stuff and like legacy, and the more the original stuff. Now it's really, really important to us that we have the best partnerships. Some of you may be more aware of the partnerships that we have with companies such as DHL for our shipping and Shopify, and we're really close with those guys, but we need to be just as close with the people when it comes to our product and our production. So we've got our Project X in Birmingham, which I spoke about in my last video, which is going to help us to do a lot more R&D and innovation when it comes to the product, but obviously we need support from people all around the world as well. And to this event we've literally got people flying in from around the world, from Europe, Asia, America, everywhere. And again, it's people that are involved in fabric and actually producing the product, whether it's seamless or cut and sew. And we've got people from hardware companies such as YKK, which are the people that do all of our zips and toggles and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be a little bit different to the more customer forward facing events that we usually do, and it's going to be a little bit more businessy and formal, but I'm really excited, and it's always amazing to meet really cool people, because again, it's so important to me that I get to meet everyone, whether it's an athlete or a supplier or a new member of staff at Gymshark, to really get to know them and understand them. So the office is completely bare right now. The build is going to begin soon. So yeah, let's get started.
Young boy came back delivering fast, the killer attack has been given a pass. What you know about that? I'm bringing it back to the past when it rap. Put it on for the stat and killing the track. Wag when I active pack, trap rat is clapping back, trapping stacking cash, massive Cadillacs, active action pack, that's the habitat. Quick fast, so the won't make it. Wag cause he ain't in no station. Act like I ain't in rotation, but it's switch tracks when in your location. Freestyles for the lyrical greatness. Y'all ain't able to live in those spaces. Explain why should he see the location. Got your baby mom on the give a go basis. Classic, lyrical assassin. Waiting for a deal while I'm dealing with a passion. Deliver skin marks on the tracks and be black.
So it's the day of the event. It's 1 hour before it begins, and just the final preparations are just going on. So as you can see behind me, the presentation area has now been finished. I think there's going to be around 30 people. So again, it's not a huge event, but each of these are representatives from our different suppliers, and they're coming from all the way around the world. So really excited for today. Over here, which is only a small section, we've got the life section. So this is going to be showing all the lifestyle product that we're making. On the floor you can see a bunch of bags which will be all around the gifting that we're going to do. So everyone that comes here, obviously we want to give them a little something to take away, which will tell them a little bit more about the Gymshark brand, and hopefully they'll learn something new from that. You come around this section, we've got the perform section, and obviously this will be focusing all around the perform product that we're doing. In this section I think Steph is going to be stood, and she's going to be talking through all the perform products, and again just giving the people that are attending the event a little bit more of an in-depth understanding of, you know, why the product exists, the purpose behind it, and then what we want to achieve going forward with the perform product. Around the corner we've got the train section where Ash will be, and again it's going to be very similar, but we're going to be focusing all on the train product, the lifting stuff. So finishing touches are still going on here. So yeah, we've got the lifting corner, the perform corner, and then we've got live over there where Lamia will be talking through the live product. Please ignore the dodgy Gymshark logo. That is a massive pet hate of mine, and that's an absolute nightmare. But the eye's been put in the wrong place. One of the big problems with our logo, I think there's 2, and again I think the logo is amazing. I love it to bits, obviously, but one, it's not very good when it's centered because it's sort of like heavier on the one side, and then the other thing is if you get the eyes slightly out of place, then it looks like a completely different logo, so that can't happen again. We're all ready to go, really excited for the event. It's an amazing place to have it. Obviously Hong Kong's incredible. We've all been here for a few days now and we're loving every second of it. Really excited to be coming back here more often. Looking forward to talking to these guys through the product and creating some incredible product going forward.
My partner in crime, my best
So the event's now over, everyone's packing up behind me, and it's been absolutely insane. Genuinely, it's in my top 5 favourite days in Gymshark history. I'm so excited about all the things that we can do now with our product going forward. Everyone's so ambitious, motivated, and I'm feeling very, very inspired right now. So the Hong Kong trip was amazing. We achieved everything that we wanted to. And again, it was great for me to be able to get FaceTime with the suppliers. It was just amazing for them to really understand our brand. Because being from all over the world, again, we're very strong in certain territories, so the UK, the US, Germany, France, Australia. But a lot of those guys aren't located in those territories, so it was great for them to really see the brand, understand it, and see our passion for it and for what we want to achieve. It allowed us to improve the relationships that we have with our suppliers. It allowed us both to understand about where each other had come from, where we are now, and what our aspirations are. And it also allowed us to plan for the future, both in terms of capacity and the quantity of product that we want in the next 2 years, but also the quality. So now they're well aware that we only want to create the best fitness wear in the world. So we're not going to be sort of pulling in 2 directions. Everyone, both Gymshark internally and the guys we're working with to produce our product, to be working on our hardware, to be working on the materials and the fabrics, we're all pulling in the same direction, and everyone knows what we want to achieve.